with that, it's time for some real education. The Odyssey. Ever heard of it? It was written back in the 8th century BC, and it's one of 2 major ancient Greek epic poems attributed to that guy, Homer. Now, as with the Iliad, the poem's divided into 24 books. It follows the Greek hero Odysseus, king of Ithaca, and his journey home after the Trojan War.
And you said half-jokingly, the Odyssey, have you heard of it? Recognizing that everybody has heard of it. Give it 10 years and no one will have heard of it. 10 years from now, an entire generation of kids will have no idea. And so I want to take a moment here and explain to you what's so remarkable about the Odyssey in a very short window of time that we have here. This is a scene where, among his many travels, his war-weary, travel-weary Odysseus, after conquering Troy, had to wander another 10 years before he was allowed home. He's washed up on an island where he's disguised by his goddess patron Athena. He looks older than he is. He looks exhausted. He's been at sea, held prisoner for 7 years on an island. And he washes up here as a stranded man, a shipwreck. And in order to honor this guest, the king of this town puts on Olympic-style games where everybody starts participating in boxing and running and all sorts of things. And at one point, a brash young soldier of this king looks at Odysseus, who looks bedraggled and worn out, and kind of mocks him for not ever having have been an athlete. Right? Now remember, this under the guise of Athena, you don't see what a superhero this guy is, this Odysseus. So here's Odysseus' response to this young man, to Broadsea. He says, Homer writes, with a dark glance, wily Odysseus shot back, indecent talk, my friend. You are a reckless fool, I see that. So the gods don't hand out all their gifts at once, not build and brains and flowing speech to all. One man may fail to impress us with his looks, but a god can crown his words with beauty, charm, and men look out with delight when he speaks out. Never faltering, filled with winning self-control, he shines forth at assembly grounds, and people gaze at him like a god when he walks through the streets. Another man may look like a deathless one on high, but there's not a bit of grace to crown his words. Just like you, my fine, handsome friend. Not even a god could improve those lovely looks of yours, but the mind inside is worthless. Now, little black kids, little Hispanic kids, little white kids don't need lessons like that. The idea that don't judge a book by its cover, by it's the internal man that matters, that substance is more important than style and form. Those are lessons we shouldn't teach kids anymore because 2,800 years ago, a white man wrote them down. So we're going to ban those books. Shame on you.